Hello everybody, welcome to my speed draw brain dump called Imagine It. Today I'm going to depict an idea for a potential future 3D Mario game that could be open world. Sort of like how the Bowser's Fury game mode was on the Super Mario 3D world. So this first drawing I have here is quite simple, straightforward. It's a giant maple tree. Now, what made me think of drawing this giant maple tree was my favorite Mario Kart map called Maple Treeway, of course. And I always found that track to be incredibly fun. I gotta be honest, it is a blast every time. It is, like, every time I see it pop up in the freaking selection, in the track menu, when we're about to play, like, online, whenever it shows up in the roster, I would usually pick it because I always thought it was such a stunning and fun map to play on. I'm a huge fan of the autumn aesthetic, the looks of the autumn leaves, you know what I mean? Nice oranges, nice yellows, all the beautiful autumn leaf colors. There's like sort of this warm feeling to it. So that's what I decided to first depict in this drawing is like, what if Maple Treeway was an actual map you can actually platform on in 3D? Like, what if you can actually explore the fullness of the Maple Treeway? And of course, like, I drew the flower guy. Yes, I couldn't help. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself to draw the flower guys. I absolutely love the talking flowers in Mario Wonder. You know, now, some people hate them, some people find them annoying, which, yeah, I can understand. For some people, it might detract from the gameplay, but I sometimes find them hilarious, so I just sort of threw them in the drawing just for fun. Not that I would, like, if I couldn't find a way to include them in a new Mario game, I wouldn't, but, I still love them. But anyways, I was sort of taking some notes from the Bowser's Fury and even Mario 64. Heck, even Sunshine when I drew this. How they would... Well, heck, even Odyssey. Because, you know, like, Odyssey and Bowser's Fury was probably our closest to open world Mario. And so I would like, you know, do the typical Mario thing, you know, just have some naturally added in platforms. So the mushrooms on the side of the maple tree are platforms, and there's this vine hanging off the nose that you can swing from. Of course, in the far right of the screen, you also see there's a pipe I've drawn on the tree's branch. Mario tends to have some odd places for pipes, and, you know, I thought it'd be fun to put a pipe on the branch. Funny. Yeah, I know. But I love it. That's part of the reason I love Mario. It's just weird. And that's why I find Mario so fun. So, in a way, I'm trying to embrace the weirdness of it, and also embrace the fact that Mario does like to slap eyes on a lot of things. And so, of course, I went the route of slapping eyes on this tree. Kind of like a Wispy Woods approach to his design, of course. I do love the design of Wispy Woods, even more so Tropic Woods. I love how Tropic Woods looked like in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That game was a blast. Anyways, here I am coloring in the beautiful oranges and yellows. Beautiful, am I right? I love this color scheme. As I said, I love the autumn. And just, like, I also made sure to indicate, like, sort of, like, to show a level of depth when I was drawing this. So, like, the branch that Mario's standing on and the leaves, it's lighter compared to the tree in the background, where the tree is more, like, darkened and saturated, because I kind of wanted that to be the main focus. And in the backgrounds, I've blurred the background since I don't want the backgrounds to be as in focus. Because, you know, it's really important that you make sure that, that your focus... Yeah. Some people say it better than I do. I'm not really good at explaining this, but, really put more detail in what it needs to be focused on. So I put more detail and focus onto the tree, because the tree was a big set piece of this drawing, and I wanted people to look, wow, this is one beautiful tree, and I love it. So at this point, I'm sort of lighting it. I typically use like a watercolor brush. My methods are very simple. It's partly how I get my drawings done real fast. I'm not the best artist, but I'm still really happy with how this turned out. And so, yeah, that is my first drawing for the Mario 3D game. And next up is one that will sort of bring back some elements from older 3D Mario games. Now, first off here, I got a drawing of Mario running. This is one I rework quite a handful of times, because I definitely did have a hard time making him look good. It was definitely a challenge for me. And that star door in the background isn't there in the end, so yeah. But what I'm trying to do right now is make some callbacks to that of Galaxy. Now, of course, this isn't gonna be like a Galaxy 3, but I wanted to incorporate some elements from all Mario games into this concept I've put together. And one of those things was the star bits from Galaxy. And heck, I was even thinking, going as far as having Rosalina have a cameo. But I'll get more into that later in the next drawing, because her significance in what I'm thinking of will be more relevant in the next drawing. I'll be able to explain it better. But this one's more like, well, what if the star bits were brought back and... Okay, so as you can see, I did restart the final drawing of Mario because I wasn't too happy of the first go around. So like, I'm trying to make him look better, look more like Mario. And of course, I closed the hands and I lowered some of the hands because I kind of felt like I was sort of stretching them a bit too far. But anyways, back onto the subject of star bits. I was thinking maybe finding a way to factor in the Superstar, like find a way to make the Superstar work in a 3D Mario game, while it does show up in, like, I believe 3D Land, and I know it shows up in 3D World. Like, it hasn't really showed up in a typical 3D Mario game. So I was thinking, well, how would I bring the Superstar into a typical 3D Mario game? I was like thinking, like, well, what if you collect a certain amount of star bits and you pocketed like a superstar for use for later? Kind of like how Bowser's Fury allows you to pocket certain power-ups. And going back to that tree idea, maybe the Tanuki, the super leaves, will come off the tree, you know? But anyways, onto that star. Like, if you get on, like, I'm thinking about 500 star bits, you pocket a new superstar. I kind of want to make it difficult to get because I want it to be a reward you have to work for. It's a superstar of all things. You're going to be invincible. Most enemies you're going to be able to take out in one hit. But I was also thinking of other ways I might be able to make this work as a unique mechanic in this concept. And that star door from earlier that I didn't really put here, but I was thinking maybe you smash through star doors to find secret stages, kind of like in Sunshine, how or in other, you know, other 3D Mario games where you go find a secret area and you... Even in Odyssey, once again, Odyssey had stuff like that too. Secret areas, either through pipes or doorways, stuff like that. So I was thinking of bringing a superstar into the gameplay like that, maybe. So anyways, this last drawing I have is a bit more sinister. I was thinking of what would be an antagonist, a main antagonist for my idea of a 3D Mario game. Now, we've fought Bowser many times. I think we fought him in just about every single 3D Mario game. But what if what if I took the whole premise of the power stars that you usually collect in the 3D Mario games, and distorted them? So this is where Rosalina comes in. I was thinking this meteor falls from the sky and downs Rosalina's observatory. And And so Rosalina is a bit shaken up from all this because, you know, this just happened out of nowhere. And inside this meteorite is what I'm calling the Dark Star. And what the Dark Star does is it corrupts the power stars within the Mushroom Kingdom and causes distortions in reality, not much different to that of the Wonder Flower in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And so this could cause all sorts of strange things to happen in different areas, but it's a little more dangerous than a Wonder Flower. It's not as pleasant. And basically, the whole premise of the story would be to go around and, well, purify the power stars. And, you know, at the beginning of the game, I was thinking, well, you run up to Bowser's Keep to see what Bowser is up to, because Bowser is, at first, trying, of course, to harness this Dark Star's energy. It crashed pretty much right in his backyard. So you're going after Bowser, you're going to see what he's up to, and you sort of fight him on his keep. But then that's when the Dark Star awakens and emerges out of its meteorite body. And it's like this distorted, very tall and lanky star. I always found very tall and lanky creatures very creepy. Like, this is definitely a good example. Kind of like a daddy long legs spider in a way. Or like some sort of strange starfish, cosmic starfish. And maybe in a way, with this being in this concept, maybe you can bring Cosmic Mario into the mix as one of the distortions. So like you can bring Cosmic Mario as well. And it can cause all these different landscapes in the Mushroom Kingdom or even beyond to be distorted and in danger. Kind of like how the Twilight affected, or maybe even Bowser's Fury, where there's this black icky paint all over stuff, you know? You had to collect the cat shines to clean up that ick. Something like that, you know? And that's kind of what I'm looking at, you know? I kind of want to make it to where you can actually explore the full Mushroom Kingdom. And as you're exploring it, you see this monster trotting along, causing havoc. So that's it. Thank you for watching.